Okay, rolling. Hi, how's it going? My calendar says May. We're not talking about that. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ariana. I am a type 1 diabetic bride getting married in September in 2 months. If you don't know me, welcome to my channel. If you do, welcome back. I thought it would be fun to detail everything that I'm considering type 1 diabetes wise leading up to my wedding day. I am also planning on filming a video after my wedding so I can talk about things that actually happened. I have a feeling that I am planning way too much. I thought I would share everything that I've written down, everything I'm doing to prepare for my wedding, and what I would like to happen on the big day. So let's dive in. A little diabetes background. I have been a type 1 diabetic since I was 10 years old. It is almost 19 years. That's a long time. I am on insulin pens. That's how I manage my blood sugar. I also wear a Dexcom G6. Let's get into what I'm doing for my wedding day. So I have this broken down in a few ways. I want to talk about things that I'm doing leading up to the wedding day, type 1 diabetes supplies that I'm packing for my destination wedding, things that I'm thinking about for the actual wedding day, and then a few tips that I've gotten from other type 1 diabetic brides in the past who have gone through this already. So let's talk about what I'm doing leading up to the wedding day. For the past year, kind of, I've been conscious of this. I want to cut down on scar tissue that I have on my arms. My arms are like my comfort injection sites. It may not seem like a lot, but I have this little bump here that is from injecting into my arms. Unfortunately, after multiple injections over long periods of time, putting Dexcoms there, I have developed some scar tissue. I don't want to deal with this on my wedding day. So I've been trying to, over time, especially this year, be really cognizant about not injecting into my arms. Easier said than done. I clearly still have scar tissue. It takes a little bit longer to get rid of, but I don't want to look back at wedding photos and see scar tissue. So it's just something that I've had on my mind. It's not the biggest deal in the world if it does show in my wedding photos, but it's something that I kind of wanted to know and, you know, move away from. Basically, I'm just making sure I'm rotating my sites. I've been doing a lot in my hips, and unfortunately, I can definitely see some scar tissue build up there. But you won't really see my hips under my dress, and that's kind of what I'm going for. A few days before the wedding, I want to try to have a very scheduled breakfast and lunch, as if I was eating at those times for the wedding day. I also want to make sure I'm eating a pretty similar breakfast days leading up to the wedding as well as the wedding day, so that I can just catch any last minute dosage changes. There's so many times that you eat breakfast and you take insulin and maybe you miscalculate. I just don't want to do that before my wedding and have like that be the reason my whole day is in a spiral. I am very lucky to have a type 1 diabetic bridesmaid in my group. Kendall, I'm pretty sure I already told her this. I would assume that she would assume this, but she is going to be my designated diabetes advocate for the day. I'm going to make sure that she is following my Dexcom Share app, so she knows exactly where my blood sugars are throughout the day. I think I'm also going to have my maid of honor follow the Dexcom Share app and my wedding planner, just so I have multiple eyes on it. Realistically, I only want to be notified if I am below probably at 100 and above 250. I'm very fine with that big chunk of range. So unless I'm 2 arrows going up or dropping very quickly out of those ranges, I don't want to be notified what my blood sugar is. I don't want to know. A few people, probably Kendall, probably my maid of honor, and probably my wedding planner, as well as maybe Adam, has some snacks on them, fruit snacks at the very least, probably a juice box for my wedding planner. I might also give one to my photographer. I have pockets in my dress, so I'll be carrying my fruit snacks as well, which I felt like is kind of fitting. Dexcom placement for my wedding day. I have thought long and hard about this. Am I gonna wear it on my arm? Is it gonna be visible in my photos? Where do I wanna wear it? I have narrowed it down to 2 places. I will be wearing it either on my legs or my hips. I do not want it visible with my dress. I know I have diabetes. I will know that I had diabetes in our wedding. I will not be wearing it visible outside of my dress. However, I will have some photos taken of me getting ready specifically showing off my Dexcom on either my legs or my hips, just to give me some memories with my devices. That's just what I want. This kind of goes along with my schedule, but I do want to take a close look at my patterns probably a week leading up to the wedding. I know that my routine is going to change, especially because we're traveling to our destination beforehand, so I know my sugars are not going to be perfect because they're never perfect on planes. But I still want to see if there are any patterns that I can notice if I'm going low at the same time every day. I kind of want to adjust that prior to my wedding, so I'm just gonna be even more cognizant than I probably usually am or should be. I did get this question before filming this video about kind of like my plan for the day and if I'm going to be changing my long-lasting insulin. I am on insulin pens, so I give 2 doses every day, well, a short-acting dose that I take throughout the day, and then I do have 1 long-acting injection every evening. I don't think that I'm going to adjust my long-acting insulin. I'm generally fine at weddings. I generally I'm eating a good amount. I'm taking a little less short-acting insulin. I don't see a whole lot of changes, and I don't normally go low at a lot of weddings. Therefore, I don't foresee myself really like worrying about getting low. I kind of want to keep things as regular and as used to it as possible. I would not want to adjust my doses right before a wedding. What I am packing for our destination wedding. Well, beyond all of the giant list of things that I have to pack and remember to pack, like rings, all my accessories, my shoes, my wedding dress, I will also have to pack all of my diabetes supplies. So what am I bringing? We are staying for about a week. So I will be bringing 3 different Dexcom sensors, unless at the last minute I freak out and think I need another one. I'm bringing backup pens for both my long-acting and short-acting insulin. I am bringing extra, like probably a few extra boxes of pen needles, and I am bringing both clear and white skin grip patches. I'm kind of packing like I normally would going to the East Coast, which is where our wedding is. There's a CVS out there that if I really need to, I can get a lot of my medication out there in an emergency situation. So I'm not really that worried about running out of anything, but just in case, especially with a Dexcom, I will definitely want my Dexcom during my wedding day. So that will definitely need to have backups. And plenty of alcohol wipes, because sanitization is very important. Now let's talk about the wedding day. I am, which I'm sure we all try to do, I'm going to be sticking to probably 1 or 2, knowing me 3, drinks the night of the rehearsal dinner. I, 1, don't want a hangover. I don't want puffy face, because I will have that. And I am just trying to avoid my next day low blood sugars. When I drink alcohol, it hits my blood sugar the following day. I don't want to deal with that. Knowing me, especially when I have a full face of makeup on and I know that there's gonna be photos taken, I probably will not want to eat anything until later on in the evening. I'm gonna have so much adrenaline. I'm gonna be so nervous to walk down the aisle and say things in front of people that there's no way I'm gonna have an appetite. Probably not even for lunch. So that's another reason why I wanna make sure that I'm eating the same breakfast, and it's a good breakfast that I've had the past 3 days, because I have a feeling that I will not eat lunch or not have an appetite for it and just have baby bites. And I probably won't even be thinking about dinner until well into the evening. So I know that I want to definitely decrease my insulin, my short-acting insulin ratio for both lunch and dinner. Right now, that's probably what I will end up doing. Okay, like I said, I'm keeping some fruit snacks in my dress just in case, because that'll also make for a cute photo, so on brand, but you know, also just in case I go low. I don't want to know anything about my diabetes that day. I don't want any updates. I don't even care if I'm 130, perfect range, I'm doing amazing, it looks so good, my graph is incredible, and nobody's ever seen it so perfect. I don't want to know. As far as I'm concerned, I don't have diabetes on my wedding day. You know, like, unless I have diabetes on my wedding day, like, unless I have diabetes on my wedding day and Kendall needs to tell me that I have diabetes on my wedding day and like we gotta do something about it, but otherwise I don't have diabetes on my wedding day. So Kendall will also be in charge of my insulin pen. I definitely will have like a clutch of probably an insulin pen and a couple snacks sitting at my seat, reception on. I will have that there just so I know where that is. It's like where whenever I need it or I feel like I need it, I can just go to my seat rather than like trying to clock everybody, you know, across wherever they go, because I still want everyone to have a good time. Realistically, that's an easy way for me to know exactly where my snacks are. If I begin to feel weird, even if I don't necessarily know what my blood sugar is, I know when I feel low, and I'm gonna wanna take a beeline straight to my seat to get a juice box when I need it. Who knows, maybe I'll even have my phone in the clutch because I'm nosy. I wanna know what my blood sugar is. You think, like, I'm trying to really prepare myself to have like a stress-free day, but you know what makes it way less stress-free in my mind? To know what my blood sugar is. So, I might be difficult. I might wanna make diabetes decisions myself. I don't even know. I'm so indecisive. I'm making this whole video about what I want for my wedding. I don't know what I want. I'm not gonna know until the day of. But that's actually a good idea. I think I will do the clutch with like insulin pen, snacks, maybe my phone. I mean, I will need my phone around me anyways to connect to the Dexcom so other people see what I am. So realistically, that might make sense. Who knows? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna wing it. Anyways, well, I'll also have backup insulin in the house just in case I can't find Kendall, just in case someone steals the clutch. Someone steals the clutch. This says bride on it at my wedding, full of loved ones of my, who's gonna steal it? But maybe somebody will, and if they do, I'll have backup insulin inside. You know why? Because we're always thinking of the worst situation. This is just getting more unhinged as the video goes, so I hope you're enjoying that. We're ordering pizza for our late night snack, which isn't a great idea for a type 1 diabetic, and will probably cause a terrible night for me. You know why? Because pizza sucks. You take insulin right when you get your pizza, and then 3 hours later it slaps you right across the face. And you know what you are 3 hours later after you have a late night snack of pizza? You're sleeping. So it's gonna be terrible for me. But you know what? The wedding day's over, so maybe I'll put it in an order of something else because I'm the bride. I'm like, that's so crazy, but like I can do that. Because we wanted like a fun late night snack for everybody. It'll be nice for everybody else, but like, cool. Now we're doing tips from other brides, which I got a lot of the stuff that I said in this video has been tips from other people. Some people said, you know, have their groom wear their Apple Watch, and that way you can always see your blood sugars if you don't trust, you know, maybe teaching somebody else about it. Also, what someone said, have appetizers delivered to you right after the ceremony and after photo time. That way you do not have to wait until dinner time to eat, which I think is great because you'll probably miss appetizers from cocktail hour anyways. If you have photos that you'll need to take, at least that's what I'm gonna have. I have already talked to our caterer and they are going to be setting aside plates for Adam and I. We're gonna miss all the appetizers, so we'll definitely want those to eat afterwards, after cocktail hour, but before dinner. I told them, save us a plate and don't throw anything out because I wanna eat everything after this wedding. Other thing, we are doing just a small cake for us, and then we're doing kind of assorted desserts, cannolis, Italian cookies. I'm gonna take insulin like normal. I might not even take insulin. Honestly, the recap video of this is probably gonna be way more interesting than me being like, oh, maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll do this, oh well, maybe I'll do this, and thinking like I'm gonna do so much, but like the wedding day is gonna go by and be like, whew. Someone said I moved my Dexcom and Omnipod to my stomach and legs for the summer so I didn't have any weird tan lines. Very important. Also, here's a fun tip. If you are getting a spray tan for your wedding, put your Dexcom on before you get your spray tan if you want it to last the entire life of the sensor, which I know sounds very weird, but the numerous times that I have tried to put a Dexcom on over a spray tan, even though I fully cleansed the area and everything, it came up early. If you are getting a spray tan and you already have your Dexcom on, so for example, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make sure my Dexcom is on prior to getting my spray tan. So, and I would probably put your Dexcom on like a day before getting your spray tan, just so the adhesive really holds on to your skin. When you get your spray tan, bring a Band-Aid with you, like a thick, large Band-Aid, and put it over your transmitter. You can tell your spray tanner whatever, you know, like I always just say like, it's a medical device. Feel free to just like continue spraying over it as you would the rest of my body. It's covered by the Band-Aid. It'll be fine. Like the adhesive will be spray tanned, and where you have your Band-Aid obviously will come up, and that won't be spray tanned. When you shower the next day, the color in the adhesive will come out. It probably won't be picture perfect, but it's not gonna be noticeable, it's not gonna be weird looking. If you have a visible Dexcom on your wedding day, well, first of all, you're doing a trial spray tan, so like, test this out. Try it my way and put your sensor on first and then do your spray tan and see if you like the look of your sensor after you shower the next day. And if you do, then boom, it's fine. If you don't, and you're like, oh, it looks a little dirty and like that's gonna be in photos and stuff, then fine. Get your spray tan. Be careful, like don't put your Dexcom on then until like after your spray tan has fully developed and you have showered for the first time. And then alcohol wipe, put your sensor on. Make sure you're not alcohol wiping too much of your skin because your spray tan will come up. There's pros and cons to both. At the end of the day, I'm not terribly worried about my wedding day. I know my sugars might not be perfect throughout the whole day. As long as I'm not low at the altar, that's really all I care about. I'm assuming I'll trend high during the day. I'm honestly not super worried about it, but I'm trying to prepare as much as I can, and I will update you exactly how the wedding goes and share all of the photos and share everything you need to know about how the heck my diabetes was during my wedding day very soon, after September, obviously. Please let me know if you have any questions of how I'm preparing for my wedding day. If you have any suggestions or tips that I've not thought about, I would love to hear them. Please follow me on Instagram if you don't already. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for how the heck my wedding turns out. I can't wait to share. Thanks for watching. Bye.